guys, Midnight Strike here, and this time I'm going to be doing a remake of one of my classic reviews of Metal Gear Solid. As the title suggests, they're probably going to change YouTube, but I used to point up here. Anyways, Metal Gear Solid, third game in the series, if you count Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, both released for the MSX2 in 1987 and 1990 respectively. Now, this is the third game in the series, as I said prior, and it came out 8 whole years after Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. Not that anyone in the US would know this, because the only exposure to Metal Gear we had in the NES back then, in those days back then, was the NES version of Metal Gear, which was more of like a shitty port. And even Hideo Kojima himself condemns the piece of shit, and even the AVGN. So, you know, with translation errors, the truck has started to move, stuff like that, a completely different experience. I've played both of them, and I gotta say, MSX2 version, NES, hands down, thumbs down. But that's not what this review is about. This review is about Metal Gear Solid for the original PlayStation. So, this right here is the Essentials Edition. I don't have the cover on the title card, but I'm re-recording this video for two reasons. One, because I didn't really like how the original turned out. Two, to set up for a series review, because I'm going to be taking a look at every single Metal Gear, save Portable Ops, as I have not played that. So, I'm going to be taking a look at every one of them, and basically doing a little bit of a series recap on my favorite series of all time. So, to start off, Metal Gear Solid starts off with Solid Snake trying to get onto a fortress on what's known as Shadow Moses Island, because Liquid, a terrorist, has hijacked basically the entire island with these genome soldiers, which are guarding the island, and they've taken over this nuclear base, and it's your job to basically essentially sneak in there, obtain the plans for Metal Gear, destroy it before it can be mass-produced, and take down the terrorist Liquid and the terrorist group that he is leading called Foxhound. So essentially you run through the level, and it's more of an open area game. You can go wherever you want, whenever you want, and essentially sneak past all the guards. You have to sneak past all the guards, otherwise you're probably going to get yourself killed. So it's easier in this game to escape the guards, to evade the guards, versus all the other ones, all the subsequent ones, because the guards in this game cannot communicate with each other. So, anyways, the game has a really top-notch story, the dialogue is absolutely perfect, and David Hayter, this is David Hayter's debut as Solid Snake, as the prior games did not have voice acting, they were sprite-based. So, this game is fucking amazing. It will blow your mind. So, you can't get enough Metal Gear, honestly. Awesome game. Stellar boss battles. These are actually some of the best boss battles you will ever find on a system, on a console, on any game whatsoever, aside from probably subsequent Metal Gears. So, some of the boss battles include Psycho Mantis, where he can read your mind, read your thoughts, and literally read your memory card. If you have Castlevania Symphony of the Night, or I think it's Spyro, on your memory card, or a couple other ones, he'll say something, pertaining to those games, like, so you play Castlevania, don't you? Stuff like that. So, if you don't have any of those, it'll say, your memory card is wiped clean, or something like that. So, he also takes into account how many times you've saved. So, it's just a really unique twist on a boss battle. And there's a really cool trick, which you have to plug the controller into port 2, and if you're on the PS3, then basically just, hit the PS button in the middle, and then switch it that way. But, all you guys crying spoiler, this game was released, 15, 16 years ago, so no spoilers there, no harm, no foul. And as far as replayability goes, there are two different endings, so either ending, you get the good ending is where Snake's girlfriend at the time, or love interest, not really girlfriend, Meryl, she dies in the bad ending, and you get stealth camo. And if you don't submit to Ocelot's torture, there's a torture scene with one of the people, then if you don't submit, if you actually are skilled enough to button mash your way through it, then she lives. So you get the Infinity Ammo Bandana. And, you know, if you want to get both things, then you have to replay it at least twice, so that'll keep you busy. One thing about this game that wasn't in the subsequent releases is that it is insanely hard on the difficulties after normal, at least. So even normal gave me a run for my money. I'm so used to just playing the subsequent ones where normal is actually normal and it's not like super hard. I don't know. Rex was a bitch for me personally. Other than that, you know, there's really not much to say about this. This is a masterpiece. So I'm also going to be reviewing all the other ones, most likely, in a series review. Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, probably comprised of one video, probably, since they're both really fairly short games. I mean, they're not really... well, the first one's short. Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake is about, you know, a little bit longer, or the same length as this one here. So I'll probably be doing some reviews on those, and in a series review of Metal Gear Solid series. So for now, this game is a 10 out of 10, perfect 10. As I said in my prior video, these games practically changed my life. They changed how I play video games in general. So, you know, I had never really been introduced to stealth games before. They're just amazing, I guess. So stay tuned for more of me. This is Midnight Strike. Thank you very much.